Hello, my name is Nayeli Estrada and I will be discussing about the North Carolina ELA Standard Course of Study. So the North Carolina ELA Standard Course of Study basically defines the appropriate content standards for each grade to prepare all students to become career and college ready. So the North Carolina ELA Standards has a framework and organization, and I have drawn a little picture of it basically. The top part will be the strand, in which it will say the major area of study. The NCELA Standard Course of Study has 4, which is reading, writing, speaking and listening, and language. So that will go in the top strand. Then below the strands you will have clusters, which are these 2. And the clusters are basically the main focus of content in the strand. And right underneath the cluster we'll have anchor standards. And these anchor standards are basically skills that students must master in order to be college and career ready. And then right under the anchor standards, we have grade level standards, which are skills students must master by the end of the year. And the anchor standards, they are normally coded, basically based on the major area of study. If it's reading literature, which is under reading, you'll have RL. If it's reading informational, you'll use RI. If it's writing, you'll use W. If it's speaking and listening, you'll use SL. And if it's language, you will be using L, to list the standards under the anchor standards and or the grade level standards. And the coding is basically, you'll use the coding of the strands, which is, for example, RL, and then you'll use the grade level number, and then you'll use the standard number, and together you'll know what standard you're using from the standard course of study inside the framework of the NCELA Standard Course of Study. And the way that I will use the North Carolina ELA Standard Course of Study as a resource in my classroom, I'll basically be using it to do my lesson plans, because the ELA Standard Course of Study provides examples in it, so I will be able to base my curriculum off of the examples that were provided in the Standard Course of Study. And I really like the fact that the standards may have bolded words, which is basically terms that I will have to be teaching, and I love the fact that it will give you a clarification about it, and it will give you the definition in the glossary in the standard course of study, and it also provides an in the classroom example. So I will be basing off my lesson plans and make sure that the standards are met based on the North Carolina Standard Course of Study.